So today we have an updated roadmap for what's going to be coming to the Korean servers of Blade Soul Neo. And of course, anything that's coming to Korea eventually is going to come to the West. So we won't get this on the launch of Blade Soul Neo, but this is stuff that's going to affect us, later down the line. So it's something I wanted to cover for you guys. You'll see some of the translations are a little weird. I'm guessing it's like Google Translate or something, but ignore some of these translations because they just are not correct. So first thing right here is we have two new dungeons, and some of these you guys might recognize. Like this one right here is the Naru Labyrinth, I believe, which was actually a pretty difficult dungeon. I remember when it came out, and then also it's pretty long. It's a lot of like traveling, but with unlimited wind walking, it might be a little bit better. We also have a new job, which just means new class, and you can tell obviously just from what she's holding up, this is the Warlock. Again, this is to be expected because this is what follows up the original release of Blade Soul of the level 45 content, and then we got the Warlock a little bit later. So for the West, we're not going to get the Warlock on launch, but we will get later down the line if you're a Warlock main. Of course, the Warlock brings one of the best buffs in the game, Soul Burn, which is insane for class parties and raids and dungeons. So this will be really big when it comes out again. Really powerful class and really so good for parties. But if you're a Warlock main, it's good to know that eventually we will get the Warlock class for the West as well. So pretty exciting there. And then we're also going to get a new area, or just a new zones, which is, again, the translation's wrong. This is the Silverfrost Mountains. If you guys remember back in 2016 when this came out, it increased the level cap to level 50. I'm assuming it's going to do the same thing for the Blade Soul Neo servers. So from level 45 to level 50, bunch of new gear, bunch of new equipments, accessories, just a same new grind. Really beautiful areas though. Like they really expanded the whole world of Blade Soul, and it was really fun going through these different dungeons. One thing I will say is I hope that they slow down the release of this, because I don't know if about you guys, I'm sure most of you guys who played back then remember this maybe, but when Blade Soul came out in the West in 2016, the Silverfrost Mountains update came out, I believe, like a couple months after the launch of Blade Soul. And most people were just getting like their endgame gear, or like trying to get there with like the true pirate gear weapons. And then right when they got to the endgame gear, they're like, oh, finally I can rest. Like I got my upgraded weapon and I'm good. I can finally run dungeons and raids. At endgame, they're like, hey, here's a new content update with a bunch of new weapon upgrade tiers that you have to farm for 8 hours a day and go crazy for. Like it just made a lot of people quit. I remember at the time, like I had many friends quit because they're just like, what the heck? Like this content update is like too strict, like too insane of a grind after I just got to endgame gear. So hopefully this time around they take a little bit longer. It was just way too rushed, and a lot of people agreed with that. So we'll have to wait and see, but I will say I was looking at the Blade Soul Korea. So if I go over here, if you guys remember this article I covered, they announced when Blade Soul Neo came out in Korea, it came out on October 16th. Now, we don't have a release date of this, but I'm assuming within the month this is going to be coming out. So you just say like 4 to 5 months later, Silverfrost Mountains came out for Korea, which is a decent time frame. Personally, I like to see like 6 months. I think that's a great amount of time for people to play the game, do all the level 45 content, and then finally be like, okay, I'm ready for new content and a new level cap. Lastly, we have two really interesting things, and this is like really big because it's confirming we're going to get new original content for Blade and Soul Neo. They're talking about a new job, aka a new class for Blade Soul Neo, which is really exciting because it could be anything. It could be like a Lancer class, kind of like how the Dragoon is in Final Fantasy XIV. I think that'd be really cool, like a Spear class. There's so many options they could go with this, but this is really exciting to see. And then also new areas for Blade Soul Neo. So not only are they doing the original content we had in the live version of Blade Soul, they're also going to be making original content and original new classes for Blade Soul Neo. This is really exciting to see because this was not confirmed, and I didn't know if they're going to just completely do all the old content from Blade Soul like over time, just re-release it all, or if they're actually going to do like new original content. This can definitely produce a lot of new hype for Blade Soul Neo if they're adding like brand new classes and dungeons and raids. This is really exciting and kind of the main reason why I did this video, because this is confirming they're going to make original Blade Soul Neo content. So really exciting there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you're most excited about, and I'll see you guys in the next one real soon.